Good morning, West Leiden.
We're out here with the best duo at Leiden. I'm Marco.
And I'm Hector, and welcome back to another episode of WLTV.
We're going to start this week with a serious topic that affects many students here at Leiden.
The Dreamers and Allies Club has affected many students for the past 2 years, so here we have Maya to inform us more information about the club.
Hi guys, I'm Maya Garcia, and I'm here to talk to Jasmine, Anna, and Karen, who are members of the Dreamers and Allies Club, to talk a little bit about what the club is about and what events they're hosting. So Jasmine, what is Dreamers and Allies, and what are the ethics behind it?
So Dreamers and Allies Club is a club here at Leiden who seeks to provide support and resources for undocumented students.
Awesome. And Anna, what is a big event that you guys have coming up?
On November 16th, we're going to be showcasing the movie Coco, in which all the proceedings will go to the Scholarship Fund for undocumented students here at Leiden. And it is encouraged for everyone to go, including families. And if you're not able to make it to the movie, you could also make a donation at Student Service.
How and what students can join this club?
So everyone's free to join Dreamers and Allies. You don't have to be Hispanic nor undocumented. Just feel free to stop by Student Services and talk with Mrs. Ortega, Mr. Vasquez, or Mr. Jackson, or even feel free to contact any of us.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. And now, back to the studio! Don't forget to watch Coco November 16th from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Eagles Wing. You can buy your tickets in Student Services for $5, which includes entry, candy, and a drink. And don't worry, if you forget to buy your tickets in advance, you could always show up to the movie with $5.
Looks like a great cause. Thanks for the report, Maya.
We also have another interesting event coming up.
Oh, that's right, Hector. How could we forget? We have our annual author visit coming up next week.
We have Marco here with Miss Asmis to give us more information.
Hey guys, I'm Marco Guzman, and I'm on my way to the library right now to meet up with Miss Asmis to get more information about the upcoming author visit by Jonathan Cain and Ned Coletti. Let's go. Okay. So, how did you get into contact with these two authors?
Well, I, last May, read Don't Stop Believin' by Jonathan Cain, and I read The Big Chair by Ned Coletti, both Leiden grads, class of 1968, Jonathan Cain, 1972, Ned Coletti, and on just an outside chance, I thought I would find out if they would come to Leiden to speak to the students about their books. And sure enough, they both wrote me back and said they would be glad to do it side by side. So here we are, all these months later and many emails later.
Awesome. What do you think students can get out of attending this event?
Oh gosh, students can get a lot out of this event. You don't necessarily have to be musically inclined or be a lover of baseball. But we're all on journeys, clearly, each and every one of us. And these two gentlemen started right here in our community, and they have gone on an amazing journey in their life, and they are great, and they are full of grace and willing to share those experiences with us. So there's a lot of commonality in their themes. They talk a lot about family. They talk about travel. They talk about disappointment. They talk about taking chances. And everyone in the audience, that will resonate with us.
Right. When and where will this event be held?
Well, that's at 6:30 Monday night, November 12th. And then the next day, on the 13th, they'll do a repeat performance for all students at West Leiden in a special assembly.
Thank you so much for your time. Now back to the studio.
What a great way to learn about these authors.
Hey Marco, did you go to the career fair this past Wednesday?
Of course I was. I hope you guys were there too.
Here we have an inside scoop on the career fair.
Hi, my name is Frank Holthouse. I'm the Director of Careers and Community Outreach for Leiden High Schools. I'm here today talking about our Leiden High School and Chamber Bio Pair Career Fair. It's a joint effort where we have over 80 companies come out and help communicate the local job opportunities that we have in our school available to our students. It's a great opportunity for our students to learn about what's locally around, but also a chance for students to get jobs, a chance for students to engage and interact in their potential career options post-secondary and after they graduate. And thanks for being here.
Go ahead. Good. So I think the career fair is really beneficial because it gets like the local businesses from like our neighborhood, Franklin Park and everything. They get to develop like a relationship with the students here, and then they can give them an opportunity to maybe get a job in the future. Especially for like the juniors and the seniors who are about to graduate, they get a lot of scholarship opportunities and everything.
Ready? Go. Thanks for the inside scoop.
One person here at West Leiden who has been involved with politics is our very own Mr. Tom Rooney.
Mr. Rooney is a social studies teacher here at Leiden and recently served as our Illinois State Senator.
Luke Chaidez profiled Mr. Rooney during his recent campaign.
A social studies teacher at Leiden, Mr. Tom Rooney, was recently involved in a bid for re-election in the Illinois 27th State Senate District in the 2018 midterms against Democratic opponent Ann Gillespie, during what is being considered one of the most contentious and divisive election cycles in American history. Many people never really know what it's like to be inside a campaign like this, and Mr. Rooney was more than willing to help people have a better understanding of it.
What does politics mean to me? I say politics means it's the arena where special interests fight each other to try to get what they want out of the government. And I use that word arena on purpose because it really is a competition among different people who just want different things out of their government. What led me into the world of politics was just an interest in government. I've been a social studies kid my whole time. Junior high, high school, and beyond. And so I went and got the kind of graduate degree that you get to be a city manager. And one of the things I learned getting that degree is that I don't want to be a city manager. But the political side was very interesting. And because I was getting this degree, they kind of got me involved in city politics in my city. So that's kind of how I got started. It's been a pain in the butt, quite frankly. There is no doubt that this election year is very different from most of the election years we've had recently. And this is my first time being in a real election. I ran for alderman twice, I ran for mayor twice, but those were local, those were different. To experience how angry people are, it's hard to walk that tightrope with a lot of people. But, you know, generally the approach to me personally, people are fairly respectful because they know I am the senator right now, and my style is not the kind of combative style that's getting a lot of people those reactions.
Thank you very much for stopping by. It's nice to meet you.
I appreciate you taking the time to open up. Thank you.
Okay,
bye-bye. Quite a bit. I think this is the busiest I've ever been in my life. I've been teasing with some of my students that my 2 jobs turned into 3 jobs this semester because the campaign really is something that even goes beyond both teaching and senatoring. I think it's the busiest I've ever been in my life, and that part of it doesn't feel really good.
On the evening of November 6th, a blue wave swept the nation, and Democrats won House seats in many districts thought to be safe for Republicans. Rooney, in the end, lost his bid for re-election by only approximately 2,600 votes. Losing is never easy for anyone, but Rooney has found the silver lining in this loss.
Well, let me put it this way. There were people who said to me, some here at school, some out in the campaign, who said, you should take the day off. Don't go to school tomorrow. And I said to them, kids need to learn a lot of things. And one of the things they need to learn is how to lose with grace. And so hopefully I'll teach them that tomorrow when I go back and I teach like I always have.
Thank you, Luke and Mr. Rooney.
Now that we have covered everything, it is now time for us to announce this week's pizza winners.
And the pizza winners are Jennifer Gonzalez, Tino Pereira, Sebastian Carrera Sanchez, Jared Adame, and Jasmine Munoz. Congrats to them all and enjoy your pizza. Now that's all the time we have for today.
We hope you have an amazing weekend.
And don't forget,
Go Eagles!
Next week we have our annual author visit coming up next week. What? Hold on. What a great way to learn about these authors.
I'm cutting this part off.
So don't yell at me.
Hey.